Hey guys, so this is my 26-week update, and I'm sorry I haven't done one for over a month now. Got a lot going on, and I'm about to tell you about it. So first off, I went to my OB, and that was about 3 weeks ago, and we actually sat down and talked this time. Generally, she just is really busy and rushes out, and we barely see her at all. But this time, I wrote down a bunch of questions, and we sat down and we talked about it. Because I was actually considering getting a new OB because I felt she didn't, have time for me anymore. Before, she used to be really great and would sit down and talk and all that, and then she moved offices and she got super, super busy. But we were able to talk. I cannot give birth in the birth center this time, which is really disappointing because I really liked the experience. But since I don't have normal births, they want me to be in the hospital setting. Birth centers, they prefer people who are very low risk. And with Asher, they didn't know if it was just a one-time thing that I hemorrhaged or if it was an every baby thing. And so, my pregnancy was pretty uneventful with Asher, so I was able to deliver in the birth center. Well, I hemorrhaged again then, so it made it so that I no longer have that as an opportunity. I got it once, and it was great, but I'm no longer eligible to give birth at the birth center. So I have to give birth in the hospital, in smaller rooms, a little more hospital-y, not as roomy, but it is what it is. The baby's heartbeat was 155 beats per minute, which is pretty good. I talked to her about doulas, how she feels about them, because I'm really interested. I don't really know much. I never used one before, and I thought it could be a really great experience. And she is okay with me having one. She said that sometimes they can be pushy, and she didn't sound very happy with that, but she's like, in the end I have a say, so yeah. So I mean, she couldn't recommend me anybody, and she didn't really know that much about it, but she said she'd be okay if I had one. We talked about how to prevent the hemorrhage this time. And it was a big concern of mine because it's not, if anybody has had a postpartum hemorrhage before, it's a traumatizing experience, especially if you are aware of what's going on. After Kaiden, I wasn't, so it really wasn't as scary as with Asher, who I had been allowed to have food and drink because I was in the birthing center instead of the hospital, and it helped my blood volume stay at a decent level-ish, coherent enough. With Kaiden, I hadn't been allowed to even drink water since midnight before I got induced. So I was already dehydrated and exhausted when I came in to give birth. So by the time I started hemorrhaging with him, I was gone. I didn't even know what was going on. But with Asher, it was so sudden and just unexpected because it happened an hour after I gave birth. Because I hadn't gotten up, and they didn't check me after I gave birth. So an hour after I gave birth, I went to go to the bathroom, and a bunch of clots came out, and I automatically I couldn't hear anything. I was deaf. Like, it was the weirdest thing, and I was just like, I can't hear anything, to the nurse that was standing there, and she's like, oh my god, and pulled the cord. But it freaked me out. I mean, seeing the panic that everybody's in and not being able to do anything and just feeling like completely out of it, just out of the blue, like, is the scariest thing that I think I've ever gone through. And so I wanted to have a plan, since we now know that it is going to occur every time. So anyway, she said that to prevent the hemorrhage, they can give me 2 shots. And she said okay, I cannot pronounce these. Methorogen, and we think it was Hemabate, but we're not sure if that's the second one she said, but we know it was Methorogen. That was one of them. And I don't know much about those. I know that when I was hemorrhaging both other times, I did get a shot in my thigh when I first started hemorrhaging, and it did help a little bit. I was still hooked up to Pitocin with both of them both times, but it didn't do anything. Obviously, because I mean, with both times I was induced, I was still on Pitocin when I started hemorrhaging. So obviously it didn't really do anything to prevent it. It just kind of stopped working, I guess, after I gave birth. So I didn't contract after I gave birth, which is why I hemorrhage. But these shots they gave me in my thigh, they appeared to help. It was scary. It's not something that I like to look at, but I'm willing to get them done right away if it means that it could prevent the same thing from happening. I do not want a Bakri balloon in. That was very uncomfortable and painful, and I hate manual removal of clots, so anything that could help will. And they said they're going to have a transfusion blood on standby. So, I mean, that's the best they said they could do, and it works for me. So this time I am not getting induced. I told her straight up this time, I don't want to be induced this time. So hopefully I don't have to. I have had problems with high blood pressure and severe swelling, preeclampsia in the past. So, but it always happens around my due date. So hopefully this time everything works out, because I do not want Pitocin again. I hate it. I hate Pitocin because I don't do epidurals, so I want to try it without. Anyway, also I went to the hospital last week. I don't know exactly when. I had a lot of pressure down there, and I had been having constant Braxton Hicks for days and days, and they would happen pretty frequently, and then I'd have a few hours where I wouldn't have any, and yeah, it was bad. So I thought, you know, I need to go in and get checked because it just felt weird. I had no dilation, which is good. I was not dehydrated, which is amazing. You guys have no idea. Every time I go into the hospital or anything, they tell me I'm dehydrated. This time I was not dehydrated. I haven't been dehydrated this whole pregnancy, so I'm pretty happy. And I didn't have any infections, so they didn't know what was causing all the contractions, but even in the hospital I was having some. And so they don't know why, but it's just me, I guess. I have an appointment with a potential doula on the 22nd of this month, and I don't know if I'm going to do a doula but it's something that I have in mind as an option. If you guys have ever used a doula or anything, let me know like what all that entails and if you liked it, how your experience was, because I really would love to know. This week my symptoms are contractions, Braxton Hicks contractions, and I even had like back contractions last night, which was really bad. That was painful. Fatigue, I've been kind of tired, and lack of sleep. I can't stay asleep, and I can't get to sleep. I'm exhausted. I can be yawning, and my eyes are drooping, and it's so hard to get to sleep, to get comfortable, and I wake up 20,000 times throughout the night, and it's not even that I have to go to the bathroom. I just can't stay asleep. So, and those are the big ones. And, yeah, so I will show you my belly now, I guess. Thanks for watching, guys, and where's this playing Skyrim? Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions or comments or anything, let me know. That's Bryce. And if you have any videos that you'd like to see, please let me know so I can start doing this again. I need to get back into the hang of things because I really don't know what I'm doing anymore. So, any tips, any constructive criticism, any questions, just drop a comment below and I will try to either make a video to answer it or get back to you by responding, because I can actually do that on my phone now. So, well, to most. Some comments, I don't know why, but I can't respond to you. So, anyways, just drop a comment, and if I can, I will reply. And if not, I will make a video answering all the questions if there's a ton of them. So I might do a Q&A video. Just let me know in the comments if you have a bunch of questions. So anyways, I will see you guys later. Bye.